Economics. The chapter's name is Understanding Development. Can you see the board? All of you, can you see the board? Okay, okay. So, Amita, we are going to discuss a new concept in this chapter, development. Okay. So, in this chapter, actually we are going to discuss about two concepts related to development. One is about individual development, and the last part we will discuss about national development. These are the two concepts that we have to discuss in this chapter. So what is development? We'll discuss the economic term, economic meaning of the term development economics later when we are discussing about the national development. Here, while discussing about the first part of this chapter, individual development, just we can define it as progress. Development or progress, individual development or progress. See here, every individual is having the desire to progress in his life. Development. We are looking forward for development or progress in our life. That's why you are learning, you are coming to school, you are getting educated, because you are having your own dreams, your own aspirations about your life. That's why you are coming to study, you are getting educated, you are staying healthy. All these things you are doing because you are having something to achieve in your life. You are having some goals, you are having some aspirations, you are having some dreams. Someone wants to become doctor, others may want to become engineers or army personnel, businessmen, whatever may be. You are having your own dreams, your own aspirations about your future, your life. So that means all of us, not only you, everyone, every individual is seeking progress or development in his life, in his or her life. So in this first chapter, first part of this chapter, we are going to discuss about the desire of the people to get progress in their life. What are they seeking to become developed in their life? That's what we are going to discuss in the first chapter. As I told, we are having each individual, everyone is having his own dreams or aspirations. See one thing, the dreams and aspirations of all people are not same. They are having different aspirations and different dreams. They are looking for different things. Each individual is looking for different things to attain development or progress in their life. Let us explain this with some examples. See, how many of you are having textbook with you? Economics textbook. I think some of you are having textbook and some others are not having the textbook. There's a table near textbook. The first chapter, page number, in the first chapter, Understanding Development, there is a table under the heading Developmental Goals of Different Categories of Persons. Just we can look into that table. Some columns are filled and some are not filled, that we have to fill. See, can you see this? table here. Can you see the table? Okay. So there are in the first column, what is given the different categories of people. And in second column, what is given? Some columns are filled in the second part. The second column, it shows the aspirations, desires of each group of people for their progress and development. Let us go through that. Which category is given first? Which category of people are given the first? Can you read it? Anyone? Landless rural laborers. What is his desire? What are the things that he seeks in his life for progress? It is given him. Some of his dreams and aspirations are given. What are they? So what is the most important problem facing by landless agricultural laborers? That you studied last year. You studied about two problems, major problems facing by landless agricultural laborers. We are facing two major problems: seasonal unemployment and disguised unemployment or underemployment. Are you remembering it? These landless agricultural laborers, they are depending on the work given by the rich farmers. And as far as concerning agriculture, it is a seasonal work. The landless agricultural workers are not employed throughout the year. So what may be their dream? What may be their desire for progress? So now they are getting 2 or 3 months work in a year. The remaining time, they are left unemployed. So they are not getting employment for a long period in a year. So as far as concerning landless agricultural workers, their main desire or aspiration is regular work. So they seek for their development, for their progress, they seek for regular work. Not only regular work, most of these landless agricultural workers are low paid because number of workers available in our country is more than that of the number of job opportunities available in the agriculture sector. Most of the people you have studied last year, more than 60% of the population of our country, they are depending on agriculture sector or primary sector. That means we don't have, the primary sector or agriculture sector is not having much job opportunities to accommodate all the 60% of the total population of our country. So the number of workers available in the agriculture sector is more than the number of job opportunities available in the agriculture sector. That means supply of laborers are more, availability of labor is more, and the availability of work is less. In that situation, what will happen? Normally, the landless agriculture workers are forced to work for very low wages. Even many northern part of our country, you can see that many North Indians, we are calling them as Bengalis, they are coming to Kerala and working here. What is the main reason? Because in that area, they are not getting much wages. The wages are very less in that area. So, this is second aspiration of people. They are seeking for regular work with a good payment. I'm just talking some aspirations only. Then they are having another desire. They have the desire to provide better education and better health facilities to their children. Many of the landless agricultural workers in rural India, many parents are not able to send their children to school due to their poverty. Many are not able to provide them better health facilities. So in this situation, This is another important desire or aspiration of the landless agricultural workers. They are seeking for better education and better health facilities for the children. So I'm not discussing all the desires and aspirations of these people, just I'm concentrating on these two things. And another thing, because as these people, landless agricultural laborers, they are not getting much respect from others. They are ill-treated. They don't get much respect. So they may also have a desire to get respect from others. So this is one category. So we have seen three important aspirations or desires of these people to get progress in their life. A regular work with good wages. Just we can conclude here. Second one, they have a desire to get facilities, get health and educational facilities, better health and educational facilities for the children. And third one, they also have a desire to get respect from others. So coming to next one. So who is the second category? Which is the second category? Can you see the? Anyone? Please read it. Okay. Who is this? May I know your name? Okay, one of you can speak. Okay. Sudhi. Sudhi, can you hear me? Okay. So see here. So prosperous farmers from Punjab. So in this case, I'm not going to elaborate it. Just see that. Read it. What is his desire and aspiration? So he is having a desire to get a good price for his crop. He wants to increase his income. In order to increase his annual income, he is having a desire to get a good price for his crops. That is one desire or aspiration of this person. Second one is that, just remember this thing. All these wealthy people of Punjab, they are having a very interesting tree. They want to give good education to their children and settle them in abroad. That is another important. You can see if you are going to Punjab, you can see that from many families, people, the families, they are sending their children to USA or Canada and they are settling them. They are settling them. So that is second important aspiration of these people. They have to send their children to abroad for their children's better future. So coming to third one. Farmers who depend only on rain for growing crops. That is the third category. So their aspirations or dreams are left unfilled. Can you say what may be their aspirations or desire? Anyone? What may be the desire of a farmer? What he seek for his progress or development? Can anyone? Can you please repeat once again? Okay, so they also have a desire to get good harvest to increase their income. So to get good harvest and to increase their income, what they basically need? What do they need basically? Now they are depending on monsoon to cultivate crops. Isn't it? So they are cultivating on unirrigated lands. their land is not irrigated. They are depending on monsoon to cultivate crops, and they are able to cultivate crops only when they are getting water to cultivate crops. That is only during monsoon season or rainy season they are able to cultivate. The remaining time they have to keep their land uncultivated. That means they are able to cultivate only one crop, and the left of the year they are keeping their land idle without cultivating. So what may be their dream? They have a desire to get better irrigation facilities. They are having a desire to increase their income by increasing their crop production, cultivating more than one crop, two or three crops in a year. Similarly, they also have dreams and aspirations about their children. They too want to give better educational facilities, better health facilities, etc. to their children, and make them well settled in their life. So here also we can see that here the people are looking for farmers who are depending on farmers who are hello, please switch off your mic. Some of you are speaking there. So if you want to ask me, you can ask your doubts. So otherwise, switch off your mic. So whenever I am asking, you can give reply to. So in the case of farmers who are depending on rain for growing crop, they are looking for their development aspirations. That may be getting better irrigation facilities, better income by increasing the crop production, and better facilities for the children in the health and education field to make them well settled in their life. And fourth category, a rural women from land owning family. What may be her desire? Girls, you can speak out. From a rural woman from a land owning society. Shruti, can you hear me? Shruti. So what may be the dream and desire of a lady from a rich land owning family? Okay. So let me add to that. As far as concerning the traditions in the Indian society, in many societies, girls are not given a share in the parental property. Parental property is shared only among male members of the or sons. Daughters are not getting a share in the parental property. So, in this case, what may be her desire? She is having a desire to get a share in the parental property. Second one is that she is also having a desire to get a better education in Indian society. What is the ground reality is this one? I'm not talking about Kerala. If you are going outside Kerala, you can see that parents are not giving much preference to educated girls. Girl children are, even whether it is rich family or poor family, in most cases, especially the higher education of the girl children are neglected. So here, a woman in the, now we are discussing about not girl, we are discussing about a woman. So in the case of this farmer's family, she is having a desire to get a share in the parental property. Second thing, the most important thing, I'm not talking about money here. We are deviating from money and better income or whatever. She is having another very, very important desire or aspiration. Girls, what may be that aspiration? What are the problems facing by women now in the society? What is the main problem? Can anyone share? Okay, sir, come on. Yes, you are right. Now, in a family, you can see that male members are given more preference than that of women. They are not treated equally in the family or in the society. And most often, men are enjoying more freedom, and girls, women in the family, they are not enjoying much freedom. So here you can see that she is having another great desire. She wants freedom, and she wants respect from others, and she wanted to be treated equally. So this is another desire. Not only she is seeking for better wealth, sorry, more a share in the parental property, but also she is looking for equality, freedom, respect from others. All these are necessary for her progress and her development in life. Then coming to the next category, a boy from a rich urban family. What may be his desire? Okay, to get better education, to study abroad, and where to settle, India or abroad? Many of the children, those who are studying abroad, those who are getting good education, they are those who are better educated, they prefer to be settled abroad with a good job. That is their desire. Getting good education, study abroad, and settle in some so-called developed countries with a better job and high salary. Then, next category, a girl from a rich urban family. What is her desire? It is already given her. She gets as much freedom as her brother and is able to decide what she wants to do in life. Freedom, she wants to get freedom that her brother enjoys, and so she also should have a desire to take decisions on the matters which are related to her. She is able to pursue her studies abroad, just like boys. She is also having a desire to get higher education abroad. Now coming to another category of people, Adivasi from Narmada Valley. What is his desire? There's a special. Okay. Hmm. So here, while discussing about Narmada Valley, it is given with a special purpose here that we'll discuss later. There is a issue related to Narmada Valley. The Adivasis of Narmada Valley are more concerned about a particular issue. Have you heard about Sardar Sarovar Dam? Have you heard about Sardar Sarovar Dam? Narmada Bachao Andolan, a movement which was started by Dr. Medha Patkar, Narmada Bachao Andolan. And this Narmada Bachao Andolan was against the construction of Sardar Sarovar Dam. The main reason for opposition against this dam was now this dam is already commissioned Its work is completed. This textbook was prepared some years back. That's why I'm explaining this to you. This issue is almost already settled. Not fully settled, but somehow it was settled. So in the case of this Narmada Valley, what happened? What was the issue which was faced by Gangu? Was when this program, when this construction of Sardar Sarovar Dam started, a large forested area was submerged underwater. A large area of this dam site was submerged. Mainly, the submerged forested areas were the area where these Adivasis were settled. More than 1 lakh Adivasis were displaced from Sardar Sarovar Dam. See, some of you switch on mic and making some sound. Please switch off it. Turn off your mic. Just creating disturbance to me and others. Or else I can make you to quit the class. I can remove you from the class. So please switch off. Turn off your mic. So in the case of this Adivasis of Narmada Valley, so the main desire was to stop the construction of Sardar Sarovar Dam and have security on the lands where they were living for many years. So they wanted to retain their livelihoods. They wanted to retain their ownership on the lands where they lived for centuries, their forefathers. And they want to stop the construction of Sardar Sarovar Dam for their developments. So you can see that you can add so many group of people here. So you can see that we had discussed about different categories of people. Just one question to you. Do all these people have same desires and aspirations? Are they having same desires and aspirations? Different people are having different aspirations and desires. Why is it so? Why do they have different aspirations and different dreams, desires, etc.? What may be the reason? Just guess it. What may be the reason for their living condition is different from one person to another. Their living condition is entirely different. So each person seeks those things which is more important to him or her. So their living condition is not same. Their living conditions are different. So they seek different things for their development. They seek those things which is most important for their development. That's why different groups of people are having different desires and aspirations or development goals. This is first question to you from this chapter. Why do different people are having different developmental goals? What is the reason? Because their living condition is different from one another and each one seeks what is more important for his development. So in the case of landless agriculture workers, his most important desire to get regular work, good wages, better opportunities, to educate his children, or to get health facilities, respect from others, freedom, etc. So in the case of rural women coming from a urban family, she is having desire to have a share in the parental property, the respect, freedom, equality, etc. So each person seek different things for the development depending on the living conditions. So different people are having different developmental goals because their living condition is different and each one seeks to achieve what is most important for them. Now coming to another question, there is one more thing here we have to discuss. We are seeing that different people are having different people are having. Can you see me now? Students, can you see me? Hello? Yes, students. Now I think you can see me. So we are seeing that different people are having different aspirations because their living conditions are different and they seek what is most important for their life. So that is the first thing you have to keep it in mind. Different people are having different developmental goals. Now along with this, I am going to elaborate it once again. Sometimes different people are having conflicting developmental goals. Different people are having conflicting developmental goals. In other words, sometimes we can say that what may be development for one person may be what may be development for one person may be destruction to others. So sometimes another way I'll explain the developmental goals of one person may come in conflict with the development goals of another person. See here, girls. I'm talking about girls now. Nowadays, most of the household work, who is doing his household work? Women are doing the household work. She is having a desire. What may be her desire? Now all the work, she want to share it. She want to get her work shared by the male members of the family. So for her development, so she is having a dream. She wanted to get the household work shared by the male members of the family. Will it be acceptable to male members of the family? Whether the male members are ready to share the household work? Are they ready? Are they willing to work? Are they willing to share the household work? In most cases, no. There may be exceptional cases that we can leave. So most of the male members, they are not ready to share the household work because they think that doing work inside the house is the responsibility of the women and men are not responsible to do this household work. So here you can see that the desires and aspirations of these men and women on the matter of household work sharing is becoming conflict. So one want to get a household work shared, but other think that it is a responsibility of the women and they don't want to get the household work shared. They are not ready to help women in household work because they think that it is not the responsibility of the men, it is the responsibility of the women. That will it is called as sexual division of labor that we'll discuss in the coming classes. Okay, anyway. Another thing, I'm coming to the construction of big dams. We can take the same example, Sardar Sarovar Dam. The construction of Sardar Sarovar Dam is opposed by, who opposed it? Who opposes the construction of Sardar Sarovar Dam? Adivasi community. Adivasi is the dam site. Adivasis of dam site, they opposed it. because they are not getting, they realize that they won't get any benefit from the construction of this big dam. But at the same time, they are forced to leave the place. They lost their livelihoods. They lost their lands. So, as a result of this, the construction of this Sardar Sarovar Dam is opposed by the Adivasis of Narmada Valley. But at the same time, the construction of Sardar Sarovar Dam is supported by the industrialists and big farmers. What may be the reason? The construction of Sardar Sarovar Dam is opposed by Adivasis because they found it that it is destructive to them. But at the same time, the construction of Sardar Sarovar Dam is supported by the industrialists and big farmers. Why did they support it? Why did this? Okay, come on, say. What benefit they will get? What benefit the industrialists and big farmers will get once this construction is completed? Yes, they will get more water for irrigation. Then what about the industrialists? Cheap electricity, hydroelectricity. The dam is a multi-purpose dam. It is constructed not only for providing irrigation, it is constructed to produce hydroelectricity. Once this dam is constructed, the electricity can be produced by using this running water at a low cost, and it will get benefit the industrialists. So industrialists will get cheap electricity, and big farmers will get better irrigation facilities. So here you can see that there are two groups of people over the same issue. They are having entirely different opinion. Adivasis opposite because Adivasis consider that the construction of this dam is destructive to them, but the industrialists and big farmers, they support it because they realize that it will bring benefit to them. So here we can see that in the case of Adivasis and industrialists, the dreams and desires are different here. Why is considering construction of Sardar Sarovar Dam is destructive, and the rich industrialists and big farmers are considering it where it is beneficial to them. So here we can see that development goals of desires and aspirations of different people are coming in conflict with each other. What is development for one person is becoming a destruction to another person. Now, coming to another thing related to the development itself. For developments, some people seek a mix of goals. For development, some people seek a mix of goals. What does it mean? I'll explain with an example. Most of the women, they have a desire to get paid job. Paid job in the sense it doesn't mean that they are not doing any job. They are doing a lot of work at home. And according to some studies, the women are doing, in India, women are doing 1 hour more work than that of men in India. But most of this work done by women are unpaid. As they are doing this unpaid work, they are not getting respect in the family and society. So the dream of every woman and every girl is that they want a paid job. Why are they seeking for paid job? Why do they desire to get a paid job. The most important thing is that by getting a paid job, a woman can attain many things in her life. A paid job will bring greater changes in her life. First thing we have seen that if she is having a paid job, she will become financially self-reliant. What does it mean? She don't want to depend on her father, brother, or husband for money. Otherwise, if she is not having any job, every now and then she want to depend on her father, husband, or brother for money if she want to buy something. Now, if she is having a paid job, she don't want to depend on her father or brother or husband. She will become financially self-reliant. She is getting her own money and she can use her money for meeting her needs. That is one thing. Second thing, if the women are having paid job. Sometimes in your house, I don't know how many of your parents, both father and mother are working. In those families where father and mother are working in office or schools or whatever it may be. In that case, both of them, they want to go for work the early morning. So normally, what will happen there? Both want to complete the household work as early as possible. So what will happen? In such a family, most of the families where both father and mother are having paid jobs, there will be better sharing of household work. In most cases, I am not sure in every houses, but in most houses you can see that there will be better sharing of household work. And third one, if a girl or woman is having paid job, she will get more respect in the family and society. Here, by seeking a paid job, this girl, she is looking for a mix of girls. She will become financially self-reliant. She will get more respect in the family and society, and the household work will be better shared among the other male members of the family. So here we can see that she is looking for a mix of goals. For development, she is looking for a mix of goals. So anyway, we can come into another topic related to individual development. So we have seen that different people are having different developmental goals or aspirations. But one thing you might have clearly noticed. There is something common for all. There is one thing common for all. For development, everyone is seeking one thing common. What is that thing which everyone is seeking commonly for their development? എന്താ എല്ലാവർക്കും ആവശ്യം ഈ ഡെവലപ്മെന്റിന് വേണ്ടി എല്ലാവരും ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമുണ്ട്. എന്തായിരിക്കും ഇത്? വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദാറ്റ് കോമൺ തിങ് വിച്ച് ഈസ് സീക്കിംഗ് ബൈ എവരി? Can anyone? No, we are mostly selfish. We are not bothered about others. Most of us are selfish. We are not, while we are thinking about our development. We can see that because of this industrialists and big farmers, they never bothered about the life of these Adivasis while they are supporting the construction of dams. So anyway, whatever may be, what is the most important thing which everyone is seeking for their development? Shall I say? What? The most common thing which is seeking by everyone is എന്താണ്? Can you see here? What is the thing? Money. You just see, we discussed about many categories of people. Some are looking for better crop and increase in their income. Some are looking for share in the parental property. Some are looking for high-paid jobs abroad. So while they are seeking all these things, what they are looking for? Money. They are looking for, everyone is looking for money for his development. Why do people need money? എന്തിനാ പൈസ? എല്ലാവരും ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ് ഫോർ ഗെറ്റിംഗ്. There are so many things that we can buy from the markets by using money. There are so many material things that we can buy from the markets with the help of money. So money will help us to buy material things which are available in the market, which will help us to improve our living standard of living. We will be able to buy more and more goods, and we will be able to have a more comfortable life. That's why everyone is looking for more and more money. If they are having more money with them, they can buy more goods from the markets, and they can improve the living standard or quality of their life. Now the question is that, are they looking only for money for development? Everyone is looking for money. That is a common thing. Now the question is that, whether the people are looking only for money for their development? We are seeing that other than this money, they are also looking for so many immaterial things. Immaterial things means that the money cannot buy from the markets. There are so many things we need in our life to make our life more happier and better. You want? Yes, come on, say. Respect from others. Everyone likes to get respected from others. Then everyone likes to be treated equally by others. Then come on, freedom we need. Then power. Okay, share in the power that we'll discuss. Okay, we also want to get share. That is coming under equality, getting equal share in the power. Then, can you live without this one? Love in your life. Don't take it in wrong way. Can you live without a true friendship? Can you make your life comfortable without a true friendship, without love from others, without freedom? This is just only few examples. Without equality, without respect from others. So here, remember one thing: for the development of a person, he requires money. Money will help him to buy more material things from the markets to make his life comfortable. But the quality of our life, the standard of our life is not only depending on the things which are available from the market, which we can buy from the market, it is also depending on so many other things that we cannot buy from the markets. which include respect from others, equality, freedom, love, true friendship, etc. And in many situations, we can see that these immaterial things become more important than money. In most cases, in many situations, people will give more importance to these non-material things than that of money. Everyone wants money, but in some situation, which will become more important, these immaterial things become more important than that of money. Let me explain with one example. After your education, once you completed your degree or post-graduation, whatever it may be, definitely after that, what will happen? You will start look for a job. See here, you are getting two job opportunities, A and B. You are provided with these two job opportunities. The first job opportunity, A, it is a high paid job. Salary is very high, but no job security. There is no job security. Salary is high, and it is the place of work is far away from your family. So this is the three conditions of the first work. Salary is high, very high salary, but no job security. You can be asked to quit that job at any time. And this job is the place of job, the workplace is far away from your family. And you are not having family accommodation to bring your family with you. You want to stay there alone. Second opportunity B, which is provided to you. Salary is less, but having job security. And it is very close to, the workplace is very close to your house. You can be with your family. You can go daily from your home to the workplace and return daily. So these two job opportunities are given to you. First one is good salary, no job security, the workplace is far away from your family, and there is no family accommodation to bring your family there. Second one is the salary is less, but having job security and it is near to your house. These two job opportunities are given to you. Which one you will prefer? Definitely, if you are thinking only about money, what may be your option? Your option, if you are thinking only about money, you will choose the option A. But here, while choosing this job, you are not giving importance to money. You are giving importance to some other thing. You are giving importance to security in your life. You are giving importance to the care and love that you are getting from your family. So here we can see that people look for different things for their development. They look for money, and they are also looking for so many immaterial things also for their development. Sometimes these immaterial things will become more important than that of material things. So here, I'm going to conclude today's session with the important points that we discussed today. The first one is that everyone seeks development or progress in his life. Second important point, second important point is that everyone seeks to achieve different things for their development. Different things for their development. And third thing, different people are having different developmental goals because their living conditions are different and they seek different things for their development. They seek what is most important for them as their development goal. Next thing we discussed is that the people, different groups of people may have entirely different development goals and their development goals may be conflicting with each other. What may be development for one group become destruction to other group. And another thing, we discussed that people seek different things for people look for a mix of goals for their development that we explained with the example of women seeking for a paid job. And the next thing we discussed is that people seek different things for development. The one common thing which is seeking by everyone for their development is money. Because money will help them to buy so many things from the market to make their life more comfortable. But not only money, they are seeking for so many immaterial things also that they cannot buy from the market, such as respect from others, equality, freedom, security, love, true friendship, etc. Just cannot they buy these things they cannot buy from the markets. And sometimes we have seen that these non-material things will become more important than that of money for development. That's what we explained with the examples of two job opportunities available to a person, A and B. So I'm concluding today's session here. Now you are free to ask your doubts. Can you hear me, all of you? Hello? Okay. Okay, one by one, if you're having any doubt, you can ask me. Come on. Okay, come on. Which one? Yes, yes, yes. Health is also an important factor. Health, education, many. See one thing here in the case of health. Can I say one example? Money will not help you to escape from epidemics, pandemic. You are reading newspapers. How many persons, one of the most richest country of the world, USA, how many people died there? More than one. Do you know? To get COVID treatment in USA, people have to spend, according to some reports, more than 8 lakh rupees or something like that. That means in USA, who is getting health facilities? Only rich are getting health facilities and poor are not able to get health facilities. This is an important topic that we have to discuss in the next part of this chapter, health, public health. Coming to Kerala, Kerala's achievements in the COVID treatment is hailing as a Kerala model across the world. Here, everyone is given free health facilities. Nobody is charged for COVID treatments. Here, money is not having much role to play. Here, which is becoming more important, public health care. That is what we will discuss in detail in the next part when we are discussing about the national development, public health and public education facilities. So money alone cannot buy you health. Money alone cannot bring you a pollution-free environment to keep you healthy. There are so many things that health we cannot buy. There may be some people, but money will not never help you to buy health. You can see that even if you are having money, what is happening in the developed countries of the world? They are not giving importance to treatment of the elderly people. Even if they are having crores and crores of rupees with them, they are not getting treatments. The preference is now giving to youngsters who are having money. And even if the poor, elderly people who are having lot of money with them, they are not getting treatments. Preference, social preferences changing. That we will discuss issue of health and public health and the role of money. That we will discuss in detail with the example of three states of India. The next class, Haryana, Kerala, and Bihar. We'll explain in detail. And we can discuss that issue in detail that time. Next session.